What's up, everybody? This is your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine, and I have two special people on the line with me. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves or who they are and what they do.
Okay. Well, I'm Brandon Lewis. I'm a singer-songwriter from Memphis, Tennessee.
And I'm Jessica Ray, singer-songwriter from Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, what made y'all want to be a singer and a writer in the industry?
Yes, you want me to go? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I know I grew up industry. My dad, my mom, listening to music. My dad played bass and played on a lot of hit records. So just that was always around me. So I just knew I was gonna have something, my hand in something when it came to music. And I like how it makes me feel. I like how it makes people feel. So I feel good industry, right? So.
Yeah. So I just love music growing up. Since a little kid, I love singing, trying to sing when I was younger. And then as I got into my teens, I started writing and then just really fell in love with it once I realized what it could do for my life.
Well, who are y'all top five music influencers?
Ooh.
Okay. I would say Michael Jackson for sure, just all around. If I'm talking about I know I probably took that one from Jeff. Just an all around artist. Marvin Gaye, James Brown. Who else are we talking about? Maybe Whitney Houston. If we're talking about women artists, I think her vocal presentation. When I really found out, about who was behind the songs, I started following her career. Anita Baker for sure, absolutely. I think she'd probably be in my top five. Absolutely, I love her sound and grew up listening to her as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just piggyback off of what he said. Pretty much did take all of mine, but I'm gonna add Tina Turner and Janet Jackson, just because they're phenomenal, artists, women, all around. So I'm just gonna add that to his list.
Okay. Well, I know y'all have a single together, so let's talk about the single y'all have together and the motivation behind it.
Brandon.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's a great song. We enjoyed writing it. It was co-written by Felly the Voice and produced by Grammy-winning Black Elvis. He's also from Memphis, so shout out to Memphis.
Right.
The song, is simply about not giving up on love, and I think that the message for the time that we put it out was very strong. And we also love to have, authentic R&B music part of our catalog as being R&B soul artists. And so I think it was a beautiful collaboration. Jessica has a great personality, beautiful voice as well. So it was a lot of fun.
Right. I definitely love doing this record with Brandon. And I'm so grateful that he asked me to be on the record. It's just a dope song. And these days you don't hear music like this anymore. You don't hear the content they were talking about. Being in love, like who talks about that right now, So I just knew it was definitely a record that was needed. And like he said, Felly and Black Elvis, like phenomenal. What they put on top of it allowed us to be creative as well on the record. But the collaboration, Brandon, hands down, incredible artist. So I was honored.
Okay. And out of both of y'all projects and music that y'all working on, what has been your favorite song off of both of y'all projects and why? You pick that song.
For me, for my project, I would have to say Rome, which is the last one I just released. It's probably the most emotional connected I was. Not saying that I wasn't emotionally connected to the other ones, but this was very, very real and very, it was personal. And so to actually hear the people hear it and say that they were emotionally connected to it too, I think that's one of my proudest moments. And like I said, one of my favorite songs. So, yeah.
For me, it's probably going to have to be Black Man. Just a message behind the song. And I think for the times that we live in, for right now and where we come from. So I think it's an important song to have in the catalog. And I really was blessed to be able to put it out at such a great time and to be able to share that message with everyone.
Okay. So what do y'all think is missing in today's music right now?
I'm not gonna say a lot, but just more message songs, some songs with a little bit more merit, not to stay so trendy, but I get it. You know, some of those songs are really great and great songs to groove to. But I think as artists, we have a social responsibility as well. So not every song has to be just a heavy message, but as long as you're giving some substance to what we're putting out, I think that if the game, you know, has a little bit more of that in it, I think we'll be good in the future.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree that the message part, like you said, you don't have to be heavy every song you put out, but that message is missing. And it doesn't have to be the same message. Everybody has a different story and everybody goes through something. And I think if we're a little bit more personal and intentional about what we put out, I think we could really make some even more incredible music that's already out there. So
yeah.
Well, who are some people y'all want to collab with?
I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm gonna speak this to existence, and Brandon
Okay.
knows what I'm about to say already, and that is Beyonce. If one day ever I
Yeah.
can work with that woman, that'd be great. Rihanna's another one, and Chris Brown is another one. Only because just as far as their aesthetic on stage and their entertaining ability, like I just admire them, you know, artist to artist, you know, what they do and what they're able to bring and capture on stage and how they're able to captivate their audiences. I mean, of course, that's living, you know. Of course, we would love to be with the Princes and the Michaels of the world, but
Right.
you know, as of this day and age, yeah, those three would be for me like top three people I would want to collab with.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I would probably say I'm gonna take a production tip, just because I love writing my records as well, and I would say Timbaland.
Yes.
I think Timbaland is constantly finding innovative ways to, you know, stay fresh in the marketplace, and I just love the sounds that he's putting together. I think he gets it, and so that's why I would love to work with somebody like that. Pharrell, for sure. Pharrell is creating timeless music. He also is promoting Memphis, and so I appreciate that. Let's see who else. Somebody like her. She's a great artist, and I think she has great message music as well. I think she puts a lot of thought behind what she does, and she's very professional. And you know, I would be looking forward to working with somebody like that.
So if y'all had to, I know they do the verses and everything. If you had to see two people go against each other, who would those two people be that y'all would want to see?
Ooh.
Let me think about that.
I do too. What you got, Brandon?
Oh no, I would like to see maybe a Kanye and Jay-Z battle.
Ooh.
I think that would be dope. I think that'd be one for the times for sure.
Who would you go with? Which one would you go with?
I plead the fifth.
I have to pick Brandon.
I love both artists. That's why I think so. I don't know. I would say it like this. I would love my favorite songs from each artist. For sure.
Okay.
I would love my favorite songs from each artist.
I don't even know. I think I'm gonna go like maybe vocally. That's hard. Hard.
Good
You
question.
have to help me out. Like,
okay, well, you said Beyonce is one of your favorite. Well, who would you want to see her go against?
well, if that's a fair thing to do, but I don't know, because I was gonna say somebody like Jennifer Hudson, or because just vocally she's like a powerhouse. Like, I don't know, Fantasia or somebody like that. Like, I would just like to see two like vocal powerhouses just like go edit their musical catalog. Like, I would like to see something like that for sure.
Okay. So being in the music industry, what has been the biggest challenge for each one of you?
That's a good question.
Staying true.
Go ahead, Jess.
Well, for me, it's just staying true to me. It's easy, and I think Brandon kind of hit on it earlier. You know, it's cool to stay trendy and all of that stuff, but you know, you don't want to get sucked into the world of what everybody else is doing. Who we are is what makes us who we are. And so I think it's just staying authentic to who you are and making sure you don't get swayed either way. And I think the older I get and the longer I'm in this industry, it actually becomes easier because, you know, you mature with time. And so it's harder in general to be swayed. But I think that was the toughest thing for me, especially when I first entered into this business, like just staying true to myself, being authentic. And so I would recommend anybody when you get into this business to make sure you have people around you that love you, support you, and that's going to call you on your stuff. You know what I mean? When it's time to bring you back in line. So just just that part, just being who you are and not being swayed, for sure.
Yep. I would say being an emerging artist in the industry right now, my biggest challenge, nothing has really been hard, but the biggest challenge has been just reaching, more people, getting out to the masses of people, being able to share my story and just finding the right stories to tell at the right timing. I'm big on that. I think everything is really works better with timing. Some things work when it just happens, but everything works better with timing. And so just finding the right times and moving with the instinct, that type of thing has been the most challenging, just figuring out when those best times are, like what songs I want to release, what to really impact the majority of people, and then trying to find creative ways to be able to share the message a lot further than what we have. So that's probably been the biggest challenge, but it's a challenge that I always look forward to.
Right.
Okay. Well, what do y'all see yourself as in the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay, well, I see myself really making a move and an impact in the industry for sure.
Okay.
Becoming more established as a businessman. I'm into a few different ventures right now, but I'm just looking to really be able to build all the way around.
Yeah, pretty much same here. That business part that Brandon mentioned, that's crucial. So definitely being more established, as they say, being a boss woman, and really, really representing for the women and being a light for women in the behind the scenes portion of it. But, also I see myself, building my brand and praying to God that, with commercials and things like that, like I would love to build my brand and make it, a broader situation. So that would be a great place to be in 3 to 4 years.
Well, are y'all doing any virtual events or anything? What are y'all working on right now? Any upcoming projects?
Sure. Absolutely, yeah, sure. I'll share right now. One of my main focuses is getting out there and doing shows. I have a performance on this past Saturday, which went very, very well. We had some people come into our city, and I was able to share some very quality time with them. And then just being able to look for the future. We're really working with my band twice a week right now to just really get in what I call the shed and just practice and rehearse and get them together. And then every day I'm trying to do something geared towards rehearsing on my own to make sure vocally we'll be on point, because those shows are what's next for Brandon Lewis for sure.
Okay. Have you been doing anything virtual?
So the next one we'll do is going to be virtual. It's going to be, I'll be filming, and then we'll be able to release it maybe latter part of this month, early part of next month. And so I hope everybody's be looking out for that. It's going to be definitely a live experience. We're going to have a good time.
Okay.
For me, I definitely did a virtual show last October called Raw, standing for Real Artists Working. And so I definitely have done, a couple little things on Instagram just to keep bringing awareness to, me as an artist. And I'm definitely coming up with some other things that hopefully we can share about in the future, but some more virtual things will be coming up here pretty soon. So we're in the pre-plannings for that. So definitely more virtual events, but I'm so looking forward to doing some live events. Like I don't know if I can speak for you, Brandon, but that's what I miss, is like being able to connect with the audience live.
Oh, yeah.
So the virtual is cool, but I'm just so ready to get on stage and connect with them, in person. So, but definitely some virtual stuff coming up soon.
Okay. Well, I know we talked about y'all challenges, but what has been one of your biggest accomplishments?
I'll say being able to work with some of the people I've been able to work with in the industry so far, just growing under legends, and I'm talking about just different ones, being able to share time with some of the icons in the industry. I won't name any names, but I've been able to share quite a bit of time with those who have come before us and really paved ways. And that's probably been my biggest accomplishments for sure, just be able to soak up the wisdom from some legends.
That's definitely one for me. Stop reading my mind, Brandon. Man, I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah.
That's definitely been one for me as well. Just being able to learn under the people you didn't ever think you'd ever meet, and for them to be able to take time out of their schedule just to talk to you, to teach you certain things, or just be in the room and listen and vibe.
Yeah.
But another one for me is being able to actually see myself grow. Like, you know, you always want to grow and you always want to see, you know, so to actually see certain things, okay, I'm not where I was 5 years ago. I'm not where I was last year. Like that for me, just a small accomplishment. And you know me, but that's just a small accomplishment that's just like, okay, you're making progress, you know. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I like to get a little personal, not too personal, but what is a fun fact about you, about yourself?
Okay, that's cool. No, I got it. It's not too personal.
Look, he's ready too. He's like,
no.
I already know.
Yeah, because I
I'm
know
like,
that I sing a lot, and I sing R&B and I sing soul music, but I primarily listen to rap music. Like that's I love rap music. I grew up listening to it. 3 6 Mafia really inspired me to write songs to begin with. And so I know that that's a fun fact. Just being able to say, okay, wow, I listen to, you know, the music that he sings and the message that he puts in those songs. But I do listen to a lot of rap music.
Okay.
well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
take it a step further. Because when I'm in the car, I'm listening to straight Broadway. So I actually, which is crazy because you would think as artists, like, you know, we have to do our research and listen and see what's out there. But when I'm in the car, I like listening to like Wicked and Broadway and it's maybe the kid in me, I don't know. But I just really like listening to other, like getting outside of what I do and just listen to something totally different. Yeah. So I may rock out to, you know, The Mermaid or something. I don't know. So that's just me.
Okay. So being still on the personal side, tell us something that nobody knows that you're really into. Like it could be you're into drawing, you know, you're into painting. What is something that you're really into that people don't know about?
Okay, I got this one for sure. History. I know for a fact. Yeah, I know. I pretty much got myself down. So, you know, it's not a question I should be ready for. History. That's one of those things I know people wouldn't know off top. Like I really like studying history, like researching things, you know, different topics that really have nothing to do with music, just about life, you know, how people advance, you know, that type of thing. I really like that. So I watch a lot of different things and I research a lot of different things about history.
Okay.
For me, I love murder mysteries. I love to find out. I'm like, I swear I'm an investigator. I am FBI, I am CIA, I know everything. I could find the murderer. If anybody ever gets murdered around y'all, to call me, I will find them out. I promise you I will. Like I am obsessed with that type of show or movie or whatever, like docuseries. Like I love that.
Thrillers. Is she into the thrillers?
I see. Right. Yeah, she's into the thriller. So out of all the places y'all been to, what has been your favorite place?
Okay, I'll say San Francisco probably. The energy in San Francisco was great. When I went, I had never been when I did go. So, and I also went under the pretenses of going to a conference, and it was a Black Tech conference. So I was able to see young people that look just like me at this conference, and I think it added a little bit more to the energy that I was able to get from the environment. But yeah, San Francisco had a great energy for sure.
For me, it would be Mexico, not because necessarily it was my favorite place, but it brings about the best memories. So, you know, because all the places I love to visit, but Mexico just has a special place in my heart. You know, traveled there when I was younger, so it has the most memories attached to it. So, for sure.
I gotcha. So I had two more questions before we go into our like trivia fact questions. What is the best piece of advice that has ever been given to you?
For me, it was stay in my lane, stay in the lane that I won't use the word comfortable, but that I excel in. It's easy to be driving and you're looking at your other driver over here and you start swerving, or you're looking at this driver and you start swerving. There's so many ranges of talent and there's so many depths to what talent can be. You can't compare yourself to what other people do. And so when that person told me, like, you're incredible at what you do. Like, be good in that and perfect that. And that just opened up a whole nother world to me of the possibilities that I could do on stage, in the studio, in any regard. So that was the best advice I was given.
You know what's crazy is mine is similar to that one, but just the way that it was messaged to me was like opposing to that. And it was to make sure that I always find ways to diversify myself, you know, diversify my interests. Just because as a singer, songwriter, talent developer, so working with a lot of talents throughout my day, throughout my weeks. I mean, I do this every day. It's just to make sure that I diversify myself in my interests, you know, find other things to be interested in. So I never felt burnt out, you know, and always feel inspired by other things around me. So that was probably the best advice, because just growing in the industry, you know, you think young, you're like, man, I gotta get it, you know, and I gotta do this and I gotta do that inside it, and it's just really inside of music. And then sometimes you may find yourself like, okay, I'm not feeling inspired. I'm not feeling inspired to write. I don't know what direction I want to kind of go in. And so just hearing that piece of advice really helped.
Okay. So right now, what is one piece of advice you want to give to what is one message you want to give to your fans?
Okay, well, I definitely want to say thank you. I know that's off top, just because if you're a fan, that means that you support me, and anybody that supports what we're doing or anything that we have to share, I really just want to say thank you, and please stick around, because it's going to be a journey. And I'm hoping to be able to fulfill some of those things you all want to see.
I definitely agree. I think thank you is definitely in order. People don't have to support you. People don't have to, they don't have to watch your videos. They don't have to tag or share. So any support, especially as independent art, you know, thank you. Just seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart for just riding this wave with me, and just keep riding it. Let's ride it together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all both gained a fan here with me. I listen to y'all music and I love it. So now we're gonna go to my fun fact questionnaire. It's basic, it's not hard, it's not really like a trivia, but it's about yourself. If you could change places with one person for one day, who would it be and why?
That's an excellent question, because you got me on that one.
Well, I feel so bad because I can't remember the name and I want to trade places with this guy. What's his name? Jeff.
Bezos? I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of Jeffs.
Well, you know, the billionaire.
Yeah, the top of Jeffs right now.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon. Isn't that Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, not mainly because he has a lot of money, but there's something about his business strategy, his foundation, where he's been able to literally make anything possible to anybody in the world with a touch of a fingertip. And he is a billionaire right now. So like I said, it's past the money. It's just like that business structure that, you know, because I know he didn't end there. What was the starting point? What was his failures? What was his success? What was his struggles? You know, I would love to switch days with him just to see what that process is like. What is his mindset like? That would be, yeah, for me.
If I'm looking over, because I had to narrow it down. So if I'm looking over like my past few influences outside of music that I would probably trade places with, because that's more interesting, probably be Barack Obama. I really appreciate his temperament, you know. I think he has a great personality when it comes to not just politics, but understanding how to be authentic, you know, and genuine with a country and leaders around the world. I think he's somebody to really look at and just, so if any young brothers are listening, I just think that he's somebody to kind of look at and just, you know, model some of those temperaments around, just being able to find the right things to say, the right ways to do things, and just being able to see how he did that, or how he was able to learn those types of things to be able to be the best that he is.
Okay, those are two dope people. People. Okay, so the second question is, what's the craziest thing you ever done, or the craziest adventurous thing you ever done?
Ooh.
Okay, I got it. I know mine.
Look, you always ready.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't really think anything's crazy because I don't know. Growing up in the environments I grew up in, I'm not surprised by anything, by
Right.
this time. But I will say, probably taking that leap of faith and signing a record deal in such an independent world right now. Just being able to see what the business aspect of the industry has to offer. It's not crazy, but it's one of those things where you really go out on a limb just to be able to experience different types of things in the industry. So that's probably for sure.
Okay.
Well, mine is not as eloquently said and deep as Brandon's is, but
That's me.
but I went whitewater rafting in high school. So to me, that was probably the most craziest thing I did because that's some scary stuff right there. So yeah.
Can you swim?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say maybe because you can't swim, that'd be the craziest adventurous thing.
Now it's
But
crazy rocks and things like that. It's just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. But before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
Okay, you can follow me at BrandonLewisMusic.com. Everything is there. On IG, it's Brandon Lewis Music as well. And
for me, it's I am Jessica Ray everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if there's anything you want to share with us or give us the exclusive of something, please share it.
Yeah, absolutely. So 45 Minutes, my latest single is out right now. We just released visuals today. So go and check out that lyric video as well. And keep streaming, keep listening, everyone. And thank you.
And for me, my last record was out, Rome. It released about a month ago. So please go check it out, stream. And I look forward to you guys seeing some virtual stuff from me in the near future. So be on the lookout for that.
Awesome. Well, I want to say congrats to both of y'all. Thanks for interviewing with me. Thanks for being in the magazine. I really appreciate y'all. And like I said, y'all gained a fan with me once I heard the music because I love R&B out there with the new jumble rap thing. I love R&B. So I love what y'all doing and bring R&B back to the world. So definitely stay on your grind and keep continuing what y'all doing.
Oh, for sure. This is where it begins. Yeah. So thank you.
Literally, where it begins.
Yep. All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day today. Be safe out there. I know it's raining here in the A, so definitely be safe out there.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you later.
All right. Have a good one. Okay.